Hello.
What's going on?
Long time no see.
Yeah, I rarely ever get to attend this call, but I was like, let me join and see if anyone else joins.
Yeah, I think nobody will join to be honest, but we will see. You never know.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just give it a few minutes in case somebody joins, and then we can drop. I'm not sure that I have the bandwidth to be doing the agenda and all that stuff.
I mean, in bandwidth in terms of context, enough context, you mean?
Just energy,
Ah,
motivation,
yeah,
open up the Word doc and then fill it all out.
yeah. I mean, I think we shouldn't go through that because we already have done the discussions on the RFCs and the pull request, whatever it is. So without having more people, I don't think it would make sense. But let's see.
Let's see.
I can send a notification on the general chat. No?
I mean, like if people actually the Paketo, not Paketo, the Buildpacks project has some kind of Git, not Git, some Slack bot or something that sends a reminder that says, the working group meeting is starting, that kind of thing.
Oh, what is that? I haven't seen that somewhere.
If you go to the CNCF Slack and then you go to the Buildpacks channel,
CNCF Slack. Oh, okay, yes. Buildpacks implementation? No,
no, it's just called Buildpacks.
I don't have that, but I can. Buildpacks. Okay. Oh, I see the reminder, yes. But how many people are on this channel? There are quite a few actually.
Well, I mean, you have to be on the channel, right? But I think that's going to be the situation with any channel we do this on. But if we were to do the same thing, it would be a post. And if people are on Slack, they'll see there's a new post. So it would be some way to do it.
That's a good idea actually. But it says reminder deadline is tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that they give some notice so that people.
But I wrote it today, so it's not tomorrow. But it's not. I mean, it's wrong. It should be today in 1 hour, something like that.
Oh,
10 a.m.
um,
And also, is the Zoom link correct?
for
Probably.
the CNB one or for us.
The one on the general on the Buildpacks channel on CNCF Slack. Probably
Yeah, I think it is. Usually you can just join right from there.
this is the correct one.
Yeah, I
And
mean, it's nice because you can say the agendas right here and all that. I mean, it's already available on our main Paketo build packs kind of org page, but
yeah, but the link that it points to, if you visit the Buildpacks project, is a different one. But probably it's from another Slack. Wait. Anyway, okay, we'll take a look. Thanks for the info.
yeah, I mean, it's something we can do. So since we're chatting, I'm gonna let me see. I have a conflict in a bit. Let me just check my calendar before I forget. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can talk for a minute. Um, so I have not been doing too much other than just approving PRs. and trying to get caught up in Slack messages. Did you see somebody created an issue about permission denied from some Gradle apps, some Java apps with Noble?
Yes, the Tomcat.
Yeah, it sounded like like have you already responded? I don't know.
Yes, I asked him if he could add a different GID and see if this would still fail. And for some reason, it was still failing. But if he was changing back to 1000, it was fine.
Yeah. Okay. I remember. It's because they did this RFC where we've got like a different user in the build and the run image, right? Yeah, and I think, as I recall, the way we solved this problem was to make all the files owned by both in the run image, or writable by both in the run image. I think that's what we ended up doing. Um, I think so. The thing is I don't use this builder and the stack for my stuff internally. We have our own builder, and we just use the same UID for both build and run image, and then we don't have this problem. Um, so,
Yes,
but
I'm
anyhow,
not sure if I haven't done an investigation on that. Uh, but the question is why it was work. I mean, the other thing that I want to ask is, does it work on Jammy, for example, on Jammy Builder?
it sounded like it does work on Jamie Builder, but so when you created the stack for Noble, let me go see. I need to compare the two stacks. That's the big thing. And I always have a hard time finding the repo for the different stacks.
Yeah, I've bookmarked all of them.
All
So
right, so
just
base images is for Noble, and then stack is for Jammy.
correct. You need something like Jammy based stack, for example.
Yeah, Jammy base stack. Let's do that one. Yeah, there's got to be some Docker file stuff we're doing in the run image. Either that or somewhere we're doing this user ID
Is
matter
on the stack.toml.
stack.toml. Okay. Okay, but I see build UID 1001.
Yes,
Ah, okay, the same group ID. That's what the trick is. Okay.
group ID.
Yeah.
So on Noble, we have the same UID and same GID, which this might be the problem. If we set different UID,
Yeah.
what GID is, might pass.
Yep. I think let's try that.
Similar for the run image. For the run image, we are good, I think, because they are different and because they are different. So, okay, good point. Maybe I can ask him, I could ask from him to try with the GI and with also changing the UID to be different.
I'm just checking something. Oh, is Docker not running? I'm I'm wondering why we did 1001. Oh, I'm just gonna run a Ubuntu Noble image and just see if that's already being used.
On Jammy, there's no, it's not being used from any user.
No, there is an Ubuntu user. It's 1000.
The Ubuntu user on Noble only is 1000, yes.
Yeah. We delete it. Now that makes me wonder if Jammy is the same way.
What can you change from the Paxial line?
Change from Pack CLI. Now you can't. No, I think we're gonna have to rebuild these things. Like we're gonna have to have another stacks
Oh,
built.
there is override. There is one flag UID, override UID of user in stacks, builder run images. So you can try that too.
Yeah, but that would probably only work if you're running as root. I mean, he can run as root, but I'm not sure if that's what they want to do.
Okay,
Um,
I don't know about that. Just for testing purposes, right? The
yeah.
implementation, we can change that on the implementation.
So actually, I don't know if it's that. All right, let me do a search in GitHub. I don't know if like maybe our build packs are somehow making sure that when they write stuff, they're writing it to UID 1000. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not really familiar with that, to be honest. And also, I don't know the exact reason why this is failing. I need to do an investigation to understand what is happening.
Yeah, I mean, I see right now on Node.js extension, you say default user ID is 1002. Oh, how many things? Oh, there's so many here. I don't know if this is going to be good. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we have to create a test stack and like test what they're doing. I mean, I didn't look at what they were building, but if they're building a sample app, I mean, our sample apps work, right? Don't we like when we're creating, actually, do we test Java?
Yes,
Let me go to the builder. Um, actually, sorry, let me look
I
at the,
definitely would have this example on the samples.
for the stack, what do we do for integration? Yeah, we have a simple Java example. Okay, so the Java sample doesn't really test this.
Yeah,
Maybe we need to have a
because there are
Tomcat,
smoke tests. It's not like a integration test or it's not fully tested.
right? It might be worth just changing that sample to be um, the Tomcat example, because if it's going to help catch that problem, that would probably be good.
For sure.
I mean, I'm just thinking about ideas on how to solve this problem. And then we could, I mean, basically it has to be tested locally though. So yeah, I was just trying to help brainstorm so that we can get to a solution, but I don't know if this is like a priority for you right now or if you're doing some other stuff. So I'm not trying to dump this on you.
No, I mean, um, I also have an issue with the UBI images. I get no space left on the device this time on the while creating the build artifacts because we have a lot of images on the UBI, and this is a blocking. So I would like also to work on this one first. But I mean, if I find some time, I will investigate to have an image of what's going on that issue.
Okay. I
And
mean,
until the end of this week, I'm a little bit low on capacity because I have other internal stuff to do.
okay. What was I going to say? One thing that we might consider, I think we do push images to GitHub Container Registry. Have you ever used that?
GHCR, yes.
Yep. I don't know if maybe we want to have like a dedicated path where, we call it like whatever the repo name slash, integration test slash some MD5 hash or something. And then like we can automatically have a workflow that cleans them up after a certain period of time, like images that are, older than so many days or whatever. But anyways, like would
So
writing to another registry help solve the problem?
no, because these have to be mm, like, but yes, on an external registry, on a GHCR, you mean?
Yeah, like if all the stuff that you needed was written to another registry and then you're just consuming it for testing and then cleaning up after each test, would that help solve it?
Yes, but this will create probably another problem because I need these .oci files to be locally, so I have to copy them. I have to add, for example, some actions in order to copy them locally. Um, the solution is to make it parallel, which is possible, and this will increase the speed of the create stack workflow tremendously. Uh, the thing is not on the implementation. The thing is on testing in both cases, to be honest, because the workflows takes too much time to test them. Like I do a change and I might have to wait 10 minutes to see if this will work. And so if I would like to fix it, I would go with the best solution because in any case it would take me the same time, I think. But yeah, this is a good idea pushing to a GHCR.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to think about ways we can scale this. Like, I don't know that we want to be pushing to like TTLSH, and I think if we start writing a lot of stuff to that repo, maybe they'll.
Yeah, this is an external service. Maybe we shouldn't rely that much on this one, yes. But in any case, not necessary. I can solve it. Just needed to do it in parallel. The script, the create
In power.
script, I have made it in order to accept a specific stacks and create specific artifacts. So it's ready to support the parallel implementation. Only the workflow needs some adjustments, and it's gonna be much faster, much better, and it will also resolve the issue. Anyway,
1 second here. Um, okay. Yeah, when you say parallel, are we talking about running in parallel like locally or in running multiple uh, runners in GitHub?
yes, the second on GitHub. In locally, not quite sure how this can be done. I mean, I don't know how can you assign the so this create script probably behind the scenes does something like pack builder create, for example, right? Or jump builder create, I don't remember.
Yeah.
And so if we can locally somehow assign each process to a CPU, that would be great. But this is over engineered anyway. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and still wouldn't solve the running out of space problem, right? Like I'm just trying to figure out how you, because the problem is you're running out of disk space, right?
Yes, because the artifacts take. probably a lot of space, and probably even the CLI itself while creating the stuff. I don't know. I haven't done an investigation what takes that much space, and I don't. I think I shouldn't because I don't. It's not that I should do some kind of cleanup and I'm not doing it, you know. So it's literally this process takes too much space and I cannot do something for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know how to solve it. The thing is, on testing, it takes too much time. That's the problem with the GitHub Actions, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I remember when we did the composite build pack, sorry, compiling, when we were doing the compilation stuff, I ended up starting to run on multiple runners, and like that made it way faster. So anyhow, yeah, I think you're right. Like you know how to approach the problem. It's just a matter of like which way do you go, and how much time do you spend on it. So, if you want some input or help or whatever, just let me know.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. So yeah, for the other issue, I will find some time to take a look at it. Not, I don't know about tomorrow, but after tomorrow, probably I might to have at least an overview of what's happening.
Yes, and I did a search, and it showed me, where did it go? Oh my god. Oh, I have so many tabs open. I can't tell what browser I'm in. There we go. I did find that there was a Node.js extension constants where you're doing default user ID. I mean, I'll send it to you. If you
Yeah.
end up changing stuff, I don't know if that's going to break this thing. Just that you just keep it in mind. That's all.
What about that? What do you mean?
Uh, like I guess is this only for UB? It's not going to be a big deal if you change this. Like we don't need to necessarily be consistent.
Not quite sure if we use that somewhere. Oh, we use it. Okay, yes, we use it for the, yeah, okay, we use it for the build. Okay. This, I mean, we don't have any issue with that. We had an issue in the past. I don't remember what, and we had to change it back.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not a big deal, then I would just leave it. Um, okay, other stuff. At some point, I'm going to be doing working on an RFC for Python. Not working. I need to review it so we can move forward with it. I just haven't had a chance to do it, but that's on my list. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get to it today. Um,
For Python, about the dependencies or what?
no, it's about refactoring the Python. Well, actually, not refactoring. We're going to consolidate a bunch of Python repos into one. So
Hmm.
instead of having like a pip and pipenv and poetry individual repos, we're just going to have one. And then the caller says, I want this package manager and use that. Um,
These are different package managers. Sorry, I have no idea from Python. I've never used it.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, like basically, we're just trying to reduce the amount of repos we have to go and maintain and have to go update and, do stuff with. So,
Mm.
but, we'll see.
Yeah, do you think it's hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I mean, took a while to find you guys.
Yeah, we're all in a room. Well, actually, in a room.
Yeah. No, I went off the what was it? Linux calendar and it said link didn't work and I had to go find other places to find where you guys were located. So is this the roadmap talk, or is that you doing things differently these days?
Uh, we're doing kind of an informal meeting right now because nobody has joined and we haven't actually opened the doc and started working on it. But if you want to discuss stuff, I mean, I think it's kind of an open forum.
I'm freshly new, so I'm just trying to gather information, the roadmaps, and I'm coming from the Cloud Foundry side of things. So I was trying to see what's happening with Cloud Foundry adopting the Paketo Buildpacks and other and as well for the VM side as well as for the Kubernetes side. Was it Karifi is what it was called.
Oh, okay. Is that core EFI? You say Corifi?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Uh, uh,
So I don't have a lot of context from the Cloud Foundry side, actually. Um,
okay.
Costas, do you have anything?
No, no, I mean, me too. I mean, I don't really have a good context on that.
Okay. So do you guys still meet or every Tuesdays and Wednesdays alternating or
Yeah, we try to. I mean, if people join, yes, then yeah, we do have a meeting.
okay. Has that been happening or has this been alive? I'm the first one in months.
In the past, we were much more active. After the summer period, we're not that much. I don't know what has changed, but I think if we also had an issue with the calendar, so we had the wrong link, so this might affect a little bit the amount of people that join the meetings.
Yeah.
And if we announce it a little bit on the general channel, probably more people will get interested from more people will get interested from time to time. So I believe things will be better in terms of
Okay.
participants.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
we talked
I'm
about that at the
just to let you
beginning.
know, I'm working for a company called 520 Inc. Just to let you know. So and so we have some clients who are interested in getting the Paketo build packs onto Cloud Foundry and use it. We're looking into using. They want to use those as their default build packs versus the. I'll use the term legacy, the old build packs that we had. So I wanted to get what your guys' roadmaps information is, or if you have some sort of documentation or RFCs or stuff that's going on, if it's off GitHub or not, or just where to find your current information of what you got, what's being worked on.
I mean,
Even see even CSVs. As I saw, there's a whole bunch. It wasn't just yesterday. Someone was reporting some ghost CVEs.
Um,
yeah,
let's see.
even on that side, we have fixed the workflows for having as soon as possible um, the CV is fixed. Anyway, by the way, I have a hard stop at 5:30, so I got a job. And yeah, so maybe next time, I guess next time we might be more people. I'll try also to ping some people on the general channel. And yeah,
Okay.
so I have to drop. See
Oh,
you in the next meeting.
Everybody has a job.
that's fine. I have another minute. Costas, yeah, we'll chat on the next one.
Okay.
Thank
See you. So I just posted a link to the RFCs in Zoom chat.
Okay.
And that is where we're tracking kind of the current priorities, if you will. I don't know that we have really been doing anything with the roadmap right now, um, because we have been trying to catch up on multi-arch implementations. So that has been a big push. We have also been kind of implementing RFCs in terms of how we're reorganizing our builders and our stacks. So Costas has done a lot of work on that, along with some work on the multi-arch front. And I think we're now just getting more engagement from like users and getting feature requests and things like that. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to be using Paketo Buildpacks, I guess it depends on if you have the need to do multi-arch, what Buildpacks you want to use. I don't really have a lot of experience with Cloud Foundry, so I can't really comment on it. But if you're using the old Paketo Buildpacks, they probably will just still work, especially if you're on AMD 64. But if you're going to ARM, that might be something to think about too.
Right. It's a combination of ARM and AMD. It's mostly what's the name? Canonical, Ubuntu.
Okay.
Most of our co-founder calls it stem cells.
Okay.
And then from stem cells we put on a file system and Buildpacks and whatever, and that becomes what we call a stack.
Okay.
And from that stack is what end users use to combine stuff, which is usually some sort of canonical Ubuntu stem cell along with it. In particular, the stem cells follow canonical's naming conventions. Remember Bionic, and so we're currently on Jammy, right? And they're looking for what's working on Jammy and I forgot what the new one's going to be, but they're coming out with it. Yeah, Noble.
Yep.
So we're interested in the Noble ones in terms of what's happening with Noble and the Paketo Buildpacks and things like that.
Yep. So I mean, we do have a Noble stack. So I think that the key is that we don't have support for all language families in Noble yet, because they're not all multi-arch, and Noble is a multi-arch builder and stack setup. We're using the word stack to talk about base images like build and run. But anyhow, that's actually a work in progress right now. We're very close. Like we have support for it, but we just need to be making some updates to, for example, the Ruby build pack. We're giving it some TLC so that it can become multi-arch. Python's already multi-arch. We just need to go add it to the builder. There are things that are kind of in progress, but if you're using Jammy right now, it's going to work no problem on AMD 64. Not necessarily for ARM, but yeah, I think like if you start to consume the build packs, you could also, I mean, I don't know if you're consuming our builders and stack images, but basically if you're consuming stuff and you have issues or questions, this is a good meeting to join. If you're joining the meeting and no one's here, you can feel free to ping in Slack. Are you on Paketo Slack?
I am now. I just literally just joined it just to find where this meeting was.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, like if you have the calendar invite, Costas did some updates recently, so it should have fixed. There was like a problem with the meeting link, and it should have fixed that. But I also was having problems with it. So the most reliable way to get to our calls is to go to the Paketo GitHub org, and there's links right there. That's what I do.
Okay.
But we were talking about some Slack bot automation, so that maybe we could say, hey, this meeting is happening, and have links to it and all that. But yeah, I mean, like, I think feel free to join these calls. Feel free to post in Slack. I think a lot of people do a lot of asynchronous stuff on Slack, because I usually have a conflict for this call and I don't join it very often. But anyhow, yeah, I mean, like, if you have specific questions, we can talk
Oh,
about it for then or another time.
is there a window of time when you expect to have all the Paketo Buildpacks ready for Noble? I mean, obviously you're working through it right now, or is that that's a work in progress? But do you have a target date or something that you're trying to reach
So it's a
versus
little,
versus right now, right?
yeah. So the hard part was getting all of the tooling and workflows and all of the scaffolding to make things multi-arch. The hard part was getting that all in place. It's actually all in place now, and it's working in a bunch of language families. Now it's going back and retrofitting that to repos, and it's just a matter of somebody dedicating some time to go and do it. Um, I right now I'm kind of juggling a couple of different projects, so I don't have the bandwidth to do it. But for a little while, I was doing it nonstop to get a bunch of them going. So I can't really give you a date because we don't really have a deadline. But
You have a quarter that you're aiming for, or it's
um,
not even a physical date, but if you're saying
yeah, I mean, ideally, we're almost at the end of the year. I was hoping to have it done by the end of the year.
okay.
But we just need a little bit more time to get that done. I mean, realistically, I when I have time, I will get to it. In the winter and it's cold and I can't do stuff outside and I have more time to spend indoors on my screen, maybe I'll have more bandwidth to do it. But right now, I just don't have the time to do it. But there are contributors that are actually starting to work on this right now. So for all I know, it could happen before the end of the year, like for Ruby. But we still have it kind of depends on what languages you're trying to support. Like if it's just going to be Python and Go and Java,
Yeah.
those are pretty much ready to go. But if you're using PHP and Ruby and .NET, like those are going to need a little bit of work.
Okay. Is there a place where you're tracking that, where you say, check mark, that one's done? Or is that in GitHub's issues?
So how familiar are you with like Buildpacks and the repo structures and all that stuff?
You um
Like,
familiar enough, but not, you know, I'm a tracker, not a user of it. I've been tasked to see what's going on. So if you could point me to a couple of things.
yep, no problem. It's fine.
So
Um, yeah, I mean,
I mean, I do use them. It's just not the we have different terminology, right? So
yep,
want to be careful.
no problem. Yeah, I mean, I don't have like a project that I'm working on that I can go say, here's my timeline. That would be nice actually, but uh, sorry, it's hard because a lot of the maintainers are kind of doing multiple things outside of just maintaining this project. So,
It's called work.
yes.
To pay the
Uh,
bills.
I mean, in the past, this project was, you know, managed. It was something where people were paid to do it, but it has shifted from a company supported, sponsored project to an open source project. And so the maintainers, we don't work full time on this anymore. I think that's part of it.
Okay.
Um, but there's still plenty of activity, so it's not, I don't want to give the wrong impression. But here, if we look at, I just sent you a link to something called Builder Toml,
Hmm.
and this is like it's not really a roadmap, but you can see in there there are some lines that say build packs with double brackets around it.
Yep.
So like those are the different build packs that are supported. So you can see the top two are Java related,
Hmm.
and the next one's Node.js, and then below that one is called Procfile. So this is just giving you a sense that and actually further down you'll see there's like an order group and all that, but like the key is those are the languages that are supported. And so as we add more or Noble, you'll see that growing. But again, this one's going to be like a first class citizen multi-arch supported builder with everything working end to end. And so Jammy works already with a lot of language families, but it only works on AMD 64. So, again, as you start using this stuff or getting more familiar with it, and if you have issues or questions, you can let us know. And, if anybody wants to contribute, yourself included, we welcome pull requests. We're just trying to move the
Great.
project forward. So.
Okay. Oh, sounds good. I got some information to bring back at least versus nothing.
Great.
And thank you for your time. I mean, obviously this is all volunteer work and now, and so anybody who's working on it is doing a good deed, right? So
Yep.
versus being paid for it. So,
Agreed.
all right. Thank you very much.
Cool. All right. Sounds good. Nice meeting you.